What were the issues in the first half, and then it seemed like you guys flipped a switch in the second half to really, play well on both ends?
I just don't think we were playing to our identity. We weren't pressuring the ball, letting them get to the middle too many times, and then I think I just need to be a little bit more aggressive. A couple missed ones early, so just coming out with the right intensity from the get-go is how we need to start.
TJ, how do you characterize the first half of play versus the second half of play?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, clear to see the second half is who we are from an identity standpoint. We want to be disruptive. We want to turn people over. We did that 10 times, but I felt like we did a better job disrupting the rhythm in that second half. Obviously the first half was exactly how they want to play, right? Off of their defense in transition and keeping the ball on the move, and they did a great job of doing it. So we knew it would be a contrast to styles, and I think you saw in each half, certainly that was evident. And so we've got a lot to work on, and I know our guys are excited to get back to work and keep building.
TJ, what did you think of the freshmen, Torrey, Plata, and Bateman?
Yeah, Torrey was terrific. I mean, his ability to pressure the basketball was tremendous. I thought he made some big energy plays for us on the glass. He had one turnover in 27 minutes and was very disruptive defensively. So I thought he was a huge positive. Bateman gave us great energy on defense. Obviously didn't find his rhythm offensively the way he would have liked, but I know, he's a worker and he's going to stay with it as well. And then Plata, again, this is new for him. I think, he's a great offensive rebounder. He's a guy that we know can score the ball in the paint. So we're just going to continue to ask him to trust himself more and be patient and get down there and do what he can do.
TJ, obviously you're going to hook it up with Creighton in a few weeks for real. How did you approach tonight from just in terms of moving pieces on the chessboard, trying to see what works and what doesn't?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's new guys for us that we hadn't, I think that's the case for many. So we came into this very intentional, wanting to win every possession, win the media timeouts. So it's disappointing with our first half effort for sure. There wasn't anything that we necessarily looked at this and said, hey, let's hold back this or hold back that. We'll be a different team a month from now, I know that. So, and I'm sure they will as well. So we'll just keep doing the work that we can do and building our group. I love our team. I like our guys. I know they're committed to doing the work, and now we know what it needs to be and what we need to do.
Dominick, I think you guys went into the half with one assist, improved a little bit in the second half. What did you think of the offense today in terms of creating shots for each other?
I felt like we started off a little bit shy. I mean, we weren't the aggressor. I feel like, we were just playing on our heels instead of just attacking them. And then I feel like we started figuring it out in the second half, and then it got better from there.
Dominick, how much of that maybe not being the aggressor in the first half compared to taking it to them in the second half is you guys just kind of learning how to play with each other for the first time against a new opponent?
I feel like that plays a part also, but you should always, even me for an example, my first two shots I shot away from the basket. It was kind of two fade layups, and then once I figured it out, just being able to play with 2 feet and apply pressure to them, and then it got easier, but we just got to do that from the get-go.
Joshua, did you feel like the focal point of the other team scouting report?
We don't really worry about what they're doing too much. We just try to state our identity, just get into the paint, just moving the ball around, just continue to do what we do.
TJ, it wasn't Milan's night shooting the ball, but what's encouraging, he seemed to be following your blueprint of, I think he had 2 of 3 late in the game, had a tough fadeaway, that he's still throwing it up there. He knows how much confidence you guys have in him.
Yeah, we know Milan can make shots, and he makes hard shots, and so he's got to continue to stay aggressive. We're not going to worry about what it says on a stat sheet. We're going to say, keep being aggressive. We see him, all of us see him day in and day out, and we know what he can do. We have tremendous confidence in him. We have to do a great job making sure we get him great opportunities, and he has to make sure that he's doing everything in his power to generate more opportunities. So if there's a time that's good to have that game and get it behind you, tonight's the night to do that. And I know he's a competitor, and he works, and he's going to bounce back and be great.
TJ, what's the value of Killian being able to get 27 minutes tonight and in his first opportunity against a new opponent because Taman's not able to play?
Yeah, no, it was great, and I think he showed, what he can do. He was efficient, 3 of 4 from the field. He had, some impactful rebounds. Ends up being the only guy on our team finishes positive plus minus. Like, he did a lot of great things out there. His focus was great. He didn't try to push it, do too much. He played within himself. So we have confidence in Killian. We see him every day how he works, and great for him to be able to get 27 minutes in a true road game. You know, the first time he puts on the uniform, it's going to pay off for him and for us.
TJ, I know you're probably focusing more on what you guys were doing, but in the burst that Creighton hit you with in the first half, what did you see in them that allowed them to do that?
They did such a great job of keeping the ball on the move, and we really want to keep the ball in the middle of the floor, and they keep getting to the middle of the floor, and when they do that, now they have all kinds of options. They can get somebody late at the rim, they can kick out for wide open threes, and they do such a great job of when they get it rolling, right, they keep their foot on the gas. So they have these, I don't know what some of the runs were, I'm guessing they were pretty extreme in that first half, but I think it's them in transition, them attacking the middle of the floor, and them never really letting us apply the pressure we want defensively, and then keeping the ball on the move. And the first half was a clinic by them on how to do that.
TJ, what's it like for you coaching against Mac?
Obviously, Greg's, you know, he's been somebody for me that gave me my first opportunity. I wouldn't be sitting in front of you if Greg wouldn't have gave me a chance as an assistant in Iowa State 20 years ago. And so for me, a lot of gratitude and thankfulness. I think for all of us, someone that gives you that first opportunity, that means a lot. And we've remained friends to this date. And, you know, again, I respect how he runs his program. I mean, we're outside of when we play him again, we're pulling for him on the other nights.
TJ, did you feel the ball stuck a little bit too much in the first half, or what do you diagnose the slow start offensively as?
Yeah, I mean, a few things. Like, one, we didn't do a good enough job, like Dominick said earlier, driving it through contact and getting all the way to the rim. So we had a few of those. I feel like we can count on Nate Heisey to drive it more aggressively than what he did tonight. I know he can do that job for us. I know what Dominick, as he settled in the game, he can do that job. Killian can do that job. And that really, then that takes pressure off Joshua to feel like he has to make so many plays and do so much. And again, he knows he's going to be the focal point of a scouting report. Milan knows he's going to be the focal point of a scouting report. We need all hands on deck. We need everybody to, when teams are keying on certain guys and doing things, we need everybody to step up. So we'll be better at getting the ball into the paint, getting to the free throw line. We learned in the second half a better way of going about that against them. And a big part of it is turning them over and playing in transition off misses and live ball turnovers and getting into the paint.
Is there something that you feel like led to you guys only forcing one turnover in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, we did not dictate like we do every single day in practice. Like, we were a step off, we were a step back defensively, so they were able to get some dribble handoffs and some weaves and some ball movement. We didn't do a good enough job getting into the basketball and some ball screens. So that they had great space and pockets to be able to throw the ball, their bigs in space, and now they're attacking 4-on-3, 3-on-2. So they did a great job with that. And then again, when we struggled to score, you could sense their confidence and momentum and energy, growing and gaining, and then they really pushed it in transition. So all those things are great learning lessons for us, to take to the practice court and get better.
Coach, you talk about the intensity with bringing the double teams and the blitzes. How much of that is mental when it comes to the rotations?
Yeah, it's something that we're still trying to get down. I think we're late on a lot of those doubles and traps, and then there's some balls that were thrown out there that we could have went after and stole that we didn't. So I think, for the guys, just like you get used to playing with one another offensively, you get used to playing with one another defensively as well. And how do you rotate for one another? How do you anticipate certain passes and plays? And it was great for us to see that tonight, and felt like, again, that second half, we had a more accurate depiction of how we need to go about doing that.
TJ,
Good.
how different, how weird was it to play this team and not see Ryan Kalkbrenner on the floor?
Yeah, it's a great feeling. I mean, there's happy for him and the successes. I've heard he's doing great at the start of the NBA. I mean, for a guy to be 4-time in a row Defensive Player of the Year in the Big East speaks volumes of his character, his basketball character, his winning habits. So he is a force at the rim, and I think for our guys, it's happy to not see him over there because we have so much respect for him and what he's done.
Thanks, everyone.